Well, I hate to bring down your holiday spirit if you're a Kings fan, but if all you want for Christmas is a beam, prepare to be let down. Final game for the Sacramento Kings before a brief Christmas break, and the Kings are in desperate need of a win at home. Here to try and spoil that holiday spirit, former King Tyrese Halliburton, who was traded for that man, Domantas Sabonis, a few seasons ago. And early on, Sabonis was bringing it to his former team. Sabonis put up a monster double-double in this game. These numbers were nuts. 17 points and 21 rebounds. Sabonis continues to lead the NBA in double-doubles. His partner in crime, De'Aaron Fox, once again led the scoring for the Kings. 8 of his 23 points came in the opening minutes of this game, as Sacramento was in attack mode. But with this game being the third game in 4 nights for the Kings, the fatigue caught up quickly. Meanwhile, the rested Indiana Pacers really started to pull away in the second half after this game was tied at halftime. Halliburton scored 12 of his 14 points from beyond the three-point line. He also dished out 8 assists in this game as the Pacers dominated the Kings 70-43 in the second half. And here's the thing, you know it's bad in Sacramento when Kings fans start booing their team, but they have good reason to, not just because the Kings have now lost 4 straight games and were blown out 122-95 at home tonight. Sacramento has one of the worst home records in the league, and their 11 home losses are tied with the Washington Wizards for the most in the NBA. For reference, Kevin, the Wizards have won just 4 games this season. They're on a historically bad pace. The Kings fall to 13-17 on the season. They will face the Detroit Pistons the day after Christmas.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you're tied with the Washington Wizards right now in any category, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, really bad.
You know, Matt, it's interesting. 1 week ago on this night, we were talking about the Kings, and we were talking about the fact that 9 of their next 11 games will be at home.
Yep.
And this is a good opportunity for the Kings to, excel with some home cooking on their home floor, get some wins, get back in contention. And, Matt, here we are a week later. They've lost 4 straight games, all on their home court. What the heck is going on with this team?
I wish I could just break it down simply and go, this is the problem at home. But the reality is this team is abysmal in their building. And it just goes down to effort. Like, there's no other way to explain it. This is the first time this season where I felt like the Sacramento Kings actively quit. Like, you look at the second half, and the Kings just quit. Now, I'm sure fatigue, like I said there in the highlights, was a factor. 3 games in 4 nights, that's difficult to do. But this team has allowed themselves to fall apart. And what concerns me about this group is it looks like they're starting to believe that the struggles they've had throughout the start of this season are who they are. This is the first time where it looks like they're starting to lose faith in what they're doing, lose faith in the system, and maybe even lose faith in each other. And it's interesting. The Kings are plummeting right now. And it's funny because, and ironic, because the slogan of this season is climbing together. But this team is actively in a free fall. A lot of it is because they can't take advantage of home court. Sacramento was in a prime position to really get their season going. They won 4 out of 5, battled all the way back to 500. They had a 5-game homestand, and if they had won 3 or 4 games in a row, they could have vaulted themselves up to like 6th or 5th place in the West. That's how close this race was. Instead, they've lost 4 straight. They're plummeting, downward spiral, no really hope in sight at this point.